Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Trista Topcock. I'm the lead training and development specialist here at ANTHC, and I want to welcome you to 2025-2026 Leadership Development Programs graduation. Today, we are here to celebrate the dedication, the growth, and the resilience of 35 incredible graduates across ANTHC and the Alaska Tribal Health System. We have our three programs that we are celebrating today: Pathways to Leadership, Leadership Excellence Through Advancement and Determination, otherwise known as LEAD, and our Alaska Native Executive Leadership Program, otherwise known as ANELP. In the subsequent years, including today's graduates, 24 people have graduated from ANELP. And yes, please feel free. 123 people have graduated from LEAD, and 157 people have graduated from Pathways. Each of these individuals has poured time, energy, and their heart into growing as leaders, not just for themselves, but for their teams, for their communities, and for the future of tribal health in Alaska. This day is about honoring their journey, recognizing their commitment, and reminding them and all of us that leadership is about stepping forward, lifting others, and continuing to learn. Thank you all for being here to help celebrate their achievements. It's my honor to welcome someone whose leadership continues to shape the future of our organization and the tribal health system, Natasha Singh, President and CEO of ANTHC. Her presence speaks to the value of investing in our next generation of leaders. Please join me in welcoming Natasha.
Good morning. Like she said, my name is Natasha Singh. I'm a Stevens Village tribal citizen from Fairbanks, and it's my privilege to serve as ANTHC's President CEO. Welcome to the many employees, peers, family, and friends. Today, we celebrate the great accomplishments of individuals who have dedicated many additional hours to reach this graduation ceremony. In our native ways, leadership isn't about standing above others. It's about standing with our people, listening deeply, and carrying responsibility for the well-being of the whole community. This program reflects those values, growing leaders who serve, who listen, and who uplift others. Today's graduates carry forward new skills and new responsibilities. Responsibility to your team, your communities, and those who will come after you. We honor both your achievements and the journey it took to get here, the late nights, the challenges, and the balance of work, family, and community. At ANTHC, our commitment to developing leaders is intentional and grounded in our mission, vision, and values that guide our work every day. At the heart of these programs is a commitment to increasing the number of Alaska Native and American Indian leaders in management and professional roles. This is about more than representation. It's about ensuring that leadership reflects the communities we serve, honors cultural values, and carries forward knowledge that strengthens health and well-being for future generations. Congratulations to the cohorts of Pathways to Leadership, Leadership Excellence Through Advancement and Determination, and the Alaska Native Executive Leadership Program. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Roald Helgeson, Chief Operating Officer of the Central Council of Tlingit and Haida Indian Tribes of Alaska. Roald grew up in Sitka and is an enrolled member of both the Sitka Tribe of Alaska and the Central Council of Tlingit and Haida. He has dedicated his life to service, both to his community and to the people of Alaska. He began his career in emergency response right in Sitka, serving as a volunteer EMT and firefighter. He later advanced to fire captain and also worked on Search's medevac team, demonstrating a lifelong commitment to helping others in times of need. Throughout his distinguished career, Wold has held several executive leadership roles, including CEO of the Alaska Native Tribal Health Consortium and president and CEO of Search, Southeast Alaska Regional Health Consortium. Some of you may remember Wold during his tenure at ANTHC. In addition to being the CEO, Wold also led the hospital as the hospital administrator. Wold's path as a public servant didn't happen by accident or by luck. He took every opportunity to learn, grow, and challenge himself, always building a strong educational foundation. Education, understanding, and knowledge look different for everyone, but when you set a goal and remain determined, anything is possible. The Alaska Tribal Health System is stronger because of Wold's leadership and contributions. During his time, he helped lead transformative growth and expansion, including the construction and opening of the 170-room patient housing facility at ANMC. That includes the Ronald McDonald Suite and Support Services, the only facility of its kind in Alaska, as well as a state-of-the-art cafeteria and patient eatery. This project, several years in the making, significantly improved access to quality health care while providing a culturally appropriate home away from home for thousands of Alaska Native and American Indian people who travel to ANMC for care. He also expanded the critical care services, including 6 additional CCU rooms. He opened the 25th specialty clinic, the ANTHC walk-in clinic. That's my favorite clinic. The development of a new clinical space in the Healthy Communities building, once a vision for future clinical use, now fully realized and completely occupied to serve patients today. The addition of the flex bed unit to support pre and post-operative patients, which continues to play a vital role during the emergency services expansion. He also increased day surgery capacity. He expanded both cardiology and neurosurgery clinics. In 1998, the hospital footprint was approximately 189,000 square feet. Under Wold's leadership, that footprint grew to more than 515,000 square feet, nearly tripling the size to meet the needs of our people. His leadership also helped open ANTHC's first daycare, supporting the workforce and the families who care for our communities every day. Wold, because of the foundation you helped build, we have been able to continue your work, building on that vision of carrying it forward for future generations. In addition to this work in creating access for the people we serve, Wold has been a champion of the ANTHC leadership programs. This is somewhat of a homecoming for Wold and for ability for ANTHC's current leadership team to say thank you, Wold. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for supporting our students here today. And it's really an honor that you're the keynote speaker for our graduates today. That was a long introduction, but.
That was some introduction. I look out and I see so many people that I know in the crowd, and I want to say everything that was just said, we did it together. Something else I have to do now, though, because I am retired from my health career, I have to wear these. Just excuse me. I tried the bifocal contacts and that didn't work for me. Okay. Sangait la di talong. Good morning, my friends. Harala is. Atlan is asti gurine lagen. Dit its haris gian yats hatagen. Del skigana dinan uijan. Florence Lee Helgeson Johnson. Yatara kill dinan kiagen. Penny Ray West di owl uijan. Thor Helgeson de Hong uijan. Diskanu de Kaeden, Judy Helgeson Diskanu uijan. Hoot Hungy Hinu di Kiang, Rolled Helgeson Yats Hada Kill Hinu di Kiang. Shitka Kwanst Uda Ejan, Wyatt Kanaisu Iskan Statol Truang Hundlai, Efu Nagan. Sangada Iskan Hata Hata I Chief Operating Officer, Antu Uskangulang. Good people, it's my pleasure to join you here today. And congratulations to all the hard work of 35 graduates. My name is Roald Helgeson. That's my English name. My father's people are Haida. My mother's people are English and Finnish settlers on the Sumas Prairie. I grew up in the community, though not of Heidelberg or Haukan, but of Sitka. I shared that with you a minute ago. Why? Because my parents met there going to Sheldon Jackson High School, a boarding high school. So I got to grow up with the Northern Tlinkits, not the Haida folks in the Kaiganis down in Heidelberg. I wanted to share a little bit of information with you today. If I go a little long, they may get the hook and pull me. But I thought to myself, what do I want to share with you? You've committed so much time. You've committed so much energy. And if I had one last chance to share some information with these programs, what would I want to share? Today, I want to share with you what leadership really means to our tribes and our tribal health organizations. Not leadership as a title or a position, but leadership as a service. As a service, as an influence, as a responsibility, and a cultural grounding. I want to talk about why Indigenous leadership matters, why you belong in these spaces, how leadership exists in every role across our organizations, and why failure, growth, and resilience are all part of becoming stronger leaders for our people. Most importantly, I want to talk to you about our responsibility that we must carry and build systems that honor who we are and serve the next generation with dignity, compassion, and strength. First, I want to thank ANTHC. Look at what you've done here. Look at the numbers a minute ago. Hundreds of people have come through these programs and have been impacted. I also want to thank the program staff that make this happen. The mentors, and I got to be one this year. What a pleasure it was to work with April. But also the supervisors, the families, and everyone who helped support these graduates along the journey. And congratulations to you graduates from Pathways, from LEAD, from ANELP. Look how far we've come. I remember when Shauna Hegna was first talking about ANELP to us. We've come a long way. Today matters. Not because you completed a course and not because you completed a certification. Not because you checked a box on a professional development plan. Today matters because you made a decision to invest in yourselves as leaders for our people. That takes sacrifice. Many of you completed this program while balancing your full-time jobs, family responsibilities, travel, community obligations, and all those unexpected things that life throws at us. It's good at that, isn't it? Some of you are joining remotely today from communities across Alaska because getting into Anchorage today just wasn't in the cards. But you still showed up. You still committed to the work. That says something about who you are. And when I looked at the list of graduates, what stands out to me is the diversity in the roles that people do in our tribal health organizations. We have fleet coordinators, engineers, accountants, IT professionals, public safety staff, cooks, wellness coordinators, project managers, recruiters, elder outreach coordinators. But wait, there's more. There's grant managers and analysts, environmental health professionals, patient travel coordinators, and leaders from across our tribal health organizations. That is what is important because leadership is not confined to one office. You heard Natasha talk about that. It's not confined to one office. It's not confined to one title or one department. Leadership happens everywhere. Sometimes leadership looks like you're running a meeting. Sometimes it looks like you're helping an elder navigate a complex system for care. Sometimes it looks like making sure patients get to where they need to go, especially when we keep growing this campus. And it got bigger since I was here last. Sometimes it looks like keeping our buildings operational in the middle of winter or protecting our data systems, making sure that our most rural communities have clean water and safe sewer. And sometimes it looks like simply being the steady person others can rely on when things get hard. Leadership is not supervision. Leadership is influence. Leadership is responsibility, and leadership is service. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is believing that they need permission to be a leader. Some of the strongest leaders I've ever met never had an executive title. They were the people others trusted. They were the people who stayed calm during chaos, the people who carry our culture, values, and stability into difficult places. These are leaders. One of the things I appreciate most about programs like this is that it recognizes our people, something that our people have always known. Leadership can be taught, strengthened, and developed. But leadership is deeply connected to our identity, our values, and our community. Our ancestors did not have organizational charts, leadership seminars, or even management certifications. But they understood that leadership meant survival. Leadership meant taking care of people. Leadership meant making hard decisions. Leadership meant thinking beyond yourself. Leadership meant protecting the next generation. Today, our systems do look different. Now, leadership may look like healthcare administration. Even us administrators get to help out once in a while. Nobody thought that was as funny as I did. Vivian's here, she'll understand what I'm saying. Sometimes it looks like behavioral health or engineering or environmental health, housing, technology, finance, public safety, and community wellness. But the responsibility is still the same. We're still taking care of our people. And I think sometimes Alaska Native professionals forget just how important that perspective is. I want to talk to you personally. Too many Indigenous professionals walk into rooms carrying generations of resilience, knowledge, adaptability, and wisdom. Yet we often still quietly wonder whether we belong there. You belong there. You belong here. You are not imposters in our own organizations. You are uniquely qualified to help lead our organizations because you understand the people these systems were meant to serve. Never forget that. There are things you understand instinctively because of where you come from, how you were raised, who raised you, and how our communities shaped you. That matters. The healthcare system needs that. Leadership needs that. Our tribal organizations need that. Not just diversity for the sake of diversity, not optics, not symbolism. Real leadership grounded in our Indigenous values. Leadership that understands our communities, understands humility, understands that success means very little if you leave our own people behind. One of the dangers of leadership is that sometimes organizations unintentionally teach people to become less human as they move up in the organization, to become more polished, to fit in with well-meaning allies, to be more corporate. But we become more distant from our people when we do that. I would encourage you, as you graduate, to not lose yourselves in that process. Be who you are. Be professional. Be excellent. In fact, be accountable. And you can even wear a suit. That's okay. That's okay. The Alaska Native Brotherhood and the Alaska Native Sisterhood did when they fought for civil rights in Alaska a full decade before Martin Luther King was marching. But do not lose your humanity. Do not lose your humor. Although Tammy tells me regularly I'm not funny. Do not lose your compassion. Do not lose your ability to connect with people, because at the end of the day, people rarely remember who had the best PowerPoint slide. No, they remember the leader who treated them with respect, with dignity, the leader who showed up, the leader who made them feel valued. And I also want to say this clearly. Do not be afraid to fail. A lot of leadership development programs talk about excellence and success, and I'm sure that these did as well. Those matter. But real leadership involves failure, a lot of it. Every leader in this room has done meaningful work, and those who have done meaningful work know that they have failed at something. Projects fail, ideas fail, meetings fail, plans fail. Sometimes we fail publicly, sometimes we fail epically. That's part of leadership. There's a line in one of my favorite current TV shows. It's set in West Texas and it's big oil. And, the rowdy guy says, every first attempt is a failure. There's truth in that. Leadership is not getting everything right the first time. Leadership is adjusting our sails to tack in the wind. Leadership is trying 10 things, knowing that 4 will fail. If 4 fail, learn from them. Harvest the other 6 and plant again. The people who accomplish meaningful things are usually not the people who avoided failure. They're the people who kept going on in spite of it. And I think that lesson matters especially for people because many of us carry fear of failure. That fear of failure that comes from feeling like we have to represent perfectly all the time. One thing that I've carried with me over the years came from one of our Tlingit elders in my region. His name is Cyril George. He was a Deshitan leader. The Deshitan are in the house today. I want to recognize you. In his leadership lessons, he used to say that when you get home and you're 30 years old, if our people aren't shooting arrows at you, you better stop and take a good look at yourself because you're probably not doing anything. There's a lot of truth in that too. If you choose to lead, if you choose to advocate for our people, if you choose to make system changes, improve organizations, or even move hard conversations forward, not everybody is going to agree with you. Sometimes you'll get criticized. Well, often you'll get criticized. Simply because you cared enough to step into the arena. But leadership is not about comfort. It's not about popularity. It's about responsibility. Our people did not survive because every decision was easy or because everyone agreed. We survived because people were willing to stand up, carry burdens, make decisions, and keep moving forward even when it was hard. So don't be afraid of the arrows. Stay humble enough to learn from criticism. Even if the judges are back there folding their arms and looking at you. Own your mistakes. Adjust your course when needed. But don't confuse resistance with failure. Usually the people catching a few arrows are the ones actually trying to do something in a meaningful way for our people and our communities. You don't have to be perfect to lead. You simply have to be willing to continue growing. And that's what these three programs represent. Growth. Growth in competence, growth in responsibility, growth in vision, and growth in service. And I hope every graduate here understands something important. Your accomplishment is not individual. None of us get here alone. There are families who supported us. There are coworkers who covered shifts, supervisors who encouraged us, mentors who invested time in us, and communities that shaped us. Please honor those people as you continue forward. And as you grow in leadership, make sure that you become that support for somebody else. Reach back, mentor others, encourage younger staff, create opportunities, and open those doors wider than they were opened for you. Because leadership that only advances itself eventually dies with itself. Leadership that develops others creates lasting change. And as I close today, believe it or not, I'm going to close in 2 more pages. I ask that you remember this. Some of you will become supervisors, some directors, some of you will become executives, some elected leaders. Some will become the quiet backbone of our organizations without ever seeking recognition. Every one of those paths matter. We need them all. But regardless of the title, every one of you now carries a responsibility to help shape these systems for the next generation. Build our organizations where our young people can succeed without feeling like they have to leave who they are behind. Build systems that treat our people with dignity. Build workplaces where our aunties and our uncles, our grandparents, and our future generations would feel proud about walking through the doors. And when the work gets difficult, because it will, remember this: you come from people that survived much harder things than budgets, organizational change, difficult meetings, or complex systems. You come from strong people, very strong people, resilient people, adaptive people, innovative people. The strength exists in you. Pangara la aoyagang. Great job to you, graduates of LEAD, Pathways, and ANELP. I'm proud of the work that you have done to get here today, but I'm even more excited about the work that you're yet to do. I will be watching, and I will be excited about it. Take good care of yourselves. Jahawa, thank you.
Thank you for your.
Right.
Can everyone join me again in thanking Roald and Natasha for their leadership? Thank you both for your powerful words and for your leadership. It really is truly appreciated today and every day. Good morning, everyone. I'm Allison Tebow. I am the new Senior Training and Development Specialist here at ANTHC. Very grateful to have gotten to join with the programs partway through this year. Up next, we're going to hear from our Pathways to Leadership graduates as they share their graduation speeches, their mission statements, and their words of appreciation. I ask that you please join me in celebrating each voice and story that you'll hear this morning. To give those of you who are on Zoom a chance to turn on your camera or to wave or to write a comment in the chat, we will announce everybody. Their speaking order is in the program. After our participants speak, they will receive their award, their certificate, and they'll take a photo with Natasha. Remember that you do have your noisemakers at your seats, and we would very much appreciate for you to use those in loud fashion to celebrate each of our graduates this morning. So without further ado, we'll get started, and I'd like to welcome our first graduate to the stage, Erin Hudson.
Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Roald. And thanks to everyone that has graduated and made it through the program. Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron Hudson. I work for ANTHC under the Division of Environmental Health and Engineering, better known as THE. I am a fleet support technician. I am half Yupik. My family comes from Stebbins, Alaska. I would like to thank my mentor, Crystal Mead, for providing me with guidance and advice while going through this program. My cohorts in Team Aurora and the leadership development team. Thank you. My supervisor, Chris Darling, and manager, Mark Landon, for encouraging me to start. My wife, Roxanne, and baby, Ivy Ann, for helping me proofread my work and offering support and encouragement. The most valuable insight I learned was the difference between leadership and management. Leadership is about direction, influence, motivating people, and helping them grow. Management is about structure, planning, organizing, and getting things done efficiently and correctly. My mission statement: as a colorectal cancer survivor, my mission is to raise awareness about colorectal cancer through advocating and empowering our communities with knowledge and inspiring our Native people with early action for better health outcomes. As I am finishing up the Pathways program, the biggest reflection I would like to share with people who are interested is it's more than learning key concepts. You will end up growing your confidence and interpersonal skills to help you grow into your supervisory or managerial roles. Thank you.
I don't know if they want to. There you go, big job. Yeah.
Congratulations, Erin. Next, we will welcome Andrea Moses.
Good morning. I am Andrea Moses, a registered nurse with infection prevention. Next month, we'll make 17 years here at ANTHC as a registered nurse. My name is Athabasca, and I was born and raised here in Anchorage. I'd like to thank my mentors, my cohort members, our guest speakers, and our facilitators for being so open about their own experiences. Your encouragement and constructive feedback have truly shaped my journey. I'd like to thank my leadership and team for not only supporting me throughout Pathways, but for actively fostering my growth through the 360 evaluation. And of course, a special thanks to my family and my friends for listening to all versions of my speeches. No matter how many times I changed them. One of the most valuable skills I've gained is learning how to write and give more effective speeches. Being able to practice and grow in such a positive learning environment is such an invaluable experience. Beyond public speaking, the most valuable insight I've gained is about my own leadership style and skills and how best to use and sharpen those on a daily basis. My personal mission is to learn and educate continuously so that I may better encourage those around me. I aim to empower my family, nursing, and Indigenous communities to create meaningful change. As I close, I want to remind you that there is a leader in everyone. People should value the Pathways program as it provides a safe place to learn more about the leader within yourself, how best to build off of those traits to be the best leader that you can be. You have to start somewhere. Pathways is the best place to start, so take the leap. Bana, Basi, thank you.
Congratulations, Andrea. We'll welcome Pathways graduate Charles Woods.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Charles Woods. I work for ANTHC Shipping and Receiving, DHE. I have been with the company for a little over 10 years. I was raised by my grandmother, Judy Woods, in Rampart, Tanana, and Melling Hot Springs. I am Koyukon Athabasca. First off, I would like to thank my wife for her simple words of encouragement throughout the program, which was, "You'll do good." Things are going good. I would like to thank my brother Rick the Guy for encouragement, my boss Thomas Booth, my mentor Jared Jones, my cohort. You guys rock. So does the other one. My instructors Allison and Trista, and to the lead and ANELP participants, thank you for your encouragement. The program had a strong influence in getting me out of my comfort zone. This helped knock down some barriers that were holding me back with speaking in the front group of people. We learned a lot about our strengths and weaknesses, and now our weaknesses are not what they used to be. They are strengthened. Doors for potential growth were opened, and the impact of the program has become more meaningful in the sense of we are growing a stronger foundation in leadership skills. I challenge myself to grow beyond my comfort zones. Words I will stand by: listen, empower, align, develop, engage, and most importantly, recognize. I am grateful and blessed to be amongst you all today. Thank you, Pathways, and thank you all for your time.
Grandma duty is off my grandma. I'm crying.
Congratulations, Charles. Next, we'll welcome our graduate Clarissa Nuckuk, joining us online.
Good morning. My name is Clarissa Nuckuk. I work at Norton Sound Health Corporation as a Health Information Tech 3. I was born and raised in Nome, Alaska. I'd like to thank my mentor, Jay Peterson, for all her encouragement, feedback, help in building my confidence, and support of my goals. My mission is to lead in ways that reflects who I am and where I come from, honoring both my professional responsibilities and my personal growth through culturally grounded, thoughtful, and steady action. Through Pathways, I learned to slow down, lead with intention, and trust the strength of my story. This journey has helped me become more self-aware, more grounded, and more committed to contributing with purpose. I aim to lead and serve in ways that honor both my professional and personal growth through culturally grounded, thoughtful, and steady action. Through Pathways, I learned to slow down, lead with attention, and trust the strength of my story. This journey has helped me become more self-aware, more grounded, and more committed to contributing with purpose. I aim to lead and serve in ways that honor both my professional responsibilities and my personal growth, staying present, thoughtful, and true to who I am. I'd like to leave you all with the message that leadership is not about titles. It's about how we show up for one another, lift each other, and lead with respect, humility, and purpose. Thank you.
Congratulations, Clarissa. We're now going to welcome up graduate David Burkhart.
Goodbye, Cleona Dilucci. Hello, and thank you for being here today. My name is David Burkhart, and I am the manager of building services with the Bristol Bay Area Health Corporation in Dillingham, Alaska. I was recently promoted to this position, and completing the Pathways to Leadership program has been an important part of my growth, both personally and professionally. Some thank yous are in order. I thank God for giving me strength every day. Through him, all things are possible. I thank my mentor, Lorraine Sambo, for encouraging me, supporting me, sharing her experiences throughout this journey. I also like to thank my boss, Paul Mitchell, for believing I would be a good fit for the program, and my mom, Virginia, for always supporting me and giving me a quiet place to study before trainings. And also to our trainers, Trista and Allison, and to all our cohort members who have lifted each other up so that we could be here today. One of the most valuable lessons I've gained through Pathways was learning more about my personality, my learning style, and becoming more confident in who I am as a leader. This program has also helped me understand that leadership is not about leading exactly like someone else, but understanding, recognizing our own strengths and using them to positively impact the people around us. My personal mission is to lead with accountability, integrity, hard work, and faith while continuing to grow as a leader, strengthening my relationship with the Lord, and support my community and organization. My goal moving forward is to continue developing my leadership skills and to help create opportunities for others to grow as well. I will carry forward the confidence, relationships, and lessons I have gained through this program. And I truly believe the Pathways program is an important part in people recognizing their potential and becoming stronger leaders. Thank you.
Congratulations, David. Now we'll welcome online our graduate, Donald Erickson.
Hi, everyone. My name is Donald Erickson. I am Inupiaq and Yupik. I come from Unalakleet, Alaska, and I work at the Norton Sound Health Corporation as a professional recruiter in human resources. And today I get to graduate from the Pathways to Leadership program. The Pathways program has made a profound impact on me and everyone else, but has left me with two key lessons. The first is that I've gained the ability and the skill to start planning for issues before they come to arise, and to create solutions before those issues even come up. The second has been a consistent reminder to slow down, take time with my team and my staff to ensure that work is not just being done, but is being done well. As a result, my leadership style has evolved a little bit to be more thoughtful, more clear, and forward-thinking, which leads to my personal leadership mission statement, which is to lead with thoughtfulness and open-mindedness, giving life to my community and those I serve. I would like to thank my mentor, Shamel Weish, for being with me throughout this year, my cohort members in Team Aurora, and our facilitators, Trista and Allison. I'd like to thank my supervisor, Charlie Cross, for recommending the program to me, and my coworkers, Charles Marble, Evis Hobel, and Asalik Nichols, for their support, their laughter, their guidance, and the shared bouts of brief insanity throughout the year. Because of Pathways, I'll carry forward a more full understanding of the ways leaders support and encourage their team. And I'd leave you with this. The Pathways program is valuable because it helps you slow down, think ahead, and lead with clarity. Thank you.
Congratulations, Donald. Now help me welcome Drina Taylor.
Anke kahu wat ye hut do a sauk. Drina Taylor ye hut do a sauk. Koyakan dach aya hut. Tekwedi yeti aya hut. Gleka dak shan aya hut. My Tlingit name means scattered all over town. My taxpayer name is Drina Taylor. My mother is from Koyakan, from the northeast of Alaska, and my father is from Hoona, Alaska, down in southeast. What I want to bring, I have this beautiful, powerful speech that I wanted to say to you today, but really what I want to drive forward is the meaning of community. What we have today and what we've built today together has allowed our next generation to be able to move forward in a powerful way that allows them to freely share their culture. You know, our grandparents and our great-grandparents didn't have that luxury. So if we can please show up to the community meetings, make sure that you're asking the hard questions. You know, I went to the last 2 community meetings for my shareholders, and there were things that I wanted to, there were so many questions that I wanted to ask, and I just felt like I should have been in every single one of the last 5 years of community meetings to make that difference. But what I get to do is start today. So what this program has helped me learn is how to show up and remain accountable. Oh, hey, I lead with integrity and accountability. Living clarity through change and empowering others to deliver meaningful results. That is the one part that I wanted. It was my mission statement, but really what I want to tell you, everyone, to show up in your community. Make sure that you hold the elder or the youth that needs that help, that needs that assistance, that wants to learn. You know, this has opened, this is not my end, but my beginning. I'm going for my master's in the fall. I want to join LEAD when I'm eligible next year. Like, I want to continue my leadership journey, and it doesn't end here. So thank you to my mentor, Enna Basi, Gunas Chish, to D Sage, for empowering me to take the next leadership step. Thank you to Trista, Allison, Team Borealis for putting up with me, you know, for empowering me to speak my voice and be okay with failing first attempt in learning, and to also understand why I need to wait. Why am I talking? So all of these different things that I've learned in this program has allowed me to be a better steward for our community and our people. And what I want to continue doing is learning my Koyakan roots, learning my Tlingit roots, and my great-grandfathers from England and Sweden, learning those roots too, because they matter. It really isn't who I am as a person, but what I bring to the table. And I want to be able to continue bringing everything to the table that I've learned. You know, like, it's not about my title. It's about how I show up every day with integrity, dignity, and clarity and transparency. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
From the heart.
Husband, mom. Oh, pretty good. Oh, are
Congratulations, Drina. Now help me welcome Fred Dahl.
Well, fellow graduates, we did it. No one can take this from us. Not even you, Allison. Hello, everyone. My name is Fred Dahl. I'm a project manager too with the Tribal Capacity Program under CEH. I would like to thank my family for their continuous support and encouragement while I went down this. My mentor, Jared Jones, for his guidance as I navigated this program. My supervisor, Melissa Castaneda, for modeling the skills and traits that I was learning through this program. This program helped me to identify some of those Jedi mind tricks you were using on me. And finally, my fellow graduates in Leadership Development Program, for everything you did to make this program such a success. During this program, we were encouraged to write our personal mission statement. And here's mine. I will learn from and adapt to my work and home environments, using everything I learned as an opportunity to grow. By staying flexible and learning, I will help guide those around me through clear communication, trust, and respect for their time and needs. My biggest takeaways from this program are what I learned about myself. Some good, some I need to improve, but everything is important in my development. An effective leader is not just someone that gets the job done. They need to empower and inspire those that are around them, and be willing to adapt their own approach based on feedback. This will help them build the trust among their team. Because of this program, I am more confident, a better communicator, just slightly more patient, but excited for what comes next in my journey. Again, I thank you all for your support.
Congratulations, Fred. Our next graduate is not able to join us here today, but we do want to take a moment to recognize Georgia Keshavarov. And now let's welcome Grace Nanning.
Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Grace Nannon. I'm not going to make this speech too shabby. What an accolade. My success is inspired by those who surrounded me, especially my 3 boys. I appreciate those who made this journey memorable. My ambition is to live life with contribution, honor, and understanding. Elizabeth Grant says that we have nothing to lose, nothing to gain, nothing we desired anymore except to make our lives into a work of art. Huyana for making this opportunity possible.
Congratulations, Grace. Let's now welcome up Joshua Sitton.
I thought we were going in a different order. We're not. One of many lessons I've learned today. The second one is to not strain your throat cheering when you have a speech to do. And I should probably introduce myself. Hello, everyone. I'm Josh Sitton. I'm a web developer at ANTHC with the Marketing and Communications Department. My life is full of lessons, and one of the biggest lessons I've learned during the Pathways program is that it's time for me to step up as a leader. I've had tons of mentors and supervisors who've incredible support, and it's my time to honor those people who helped shape my journey by becoming someone who uplifts others and create spaces where people feel safe to contribute and thrive. While I don't know exactly where my leadership journey will take me, I know where it starts. And it starts by saying thank you. Thank you to my supervisor, Sarana Dragisevich, for supporting me through my journey here and giving me the kick in the pants to finally join for a while. And it was a wonderful experience. Thank you to my mentor, Valerie Herrera, for helping me map out my future leadership plans and for introducing me to the idea of directing the rider, motivating the elephant, and shaping the path. It's already helped me a ton, and I can't wait to the future. Thank you to Trista and Allison for not only running the Pathways program, but creating a space for learning and growth that I hope to emulate someday in the future. Thank you to the Team Borealis for the boundless energy and joy you brought. Thank you for sharing your challenges and your successes. I wouldn't be up here without you guys. Thank you to my wife, Lisa, my partner of 19 years, for supporting me through all of my endeavors and being my in-house test audience, especially for the froyo speech. And last, but surely not least, to everyone here celebrating this moment with all of us. Thank you.
Congratulations, Josh. Next, we will welcome forward Janice.
Let's go!
Alofa. Ola wingo, Janice Emsley. Hello, my name is Janice Emsley, and I am the manager at ANTHC Lodging. And I bring over 7 years of service here at the consortium. As a proud Pacific Islander of Samoan heritage, I bring my culture, my values, and my commitment to service into my leadership. Outside of work, I find grounding in time spent with my children, music, and sunsets, reminders of the importance of connection, community, and care. Completing this program was difficult,
and very challenging. It pushed me beyond my comfort zone, strengthened my resilience, and deepened my understanding of leading with empathy, clarity, and advocacy. I gained invaluable tools, confidence, and friendships while learning alongside my peers of diverse backgrounds who broadened my perspective and reinforced the power of collaboration. Sharing the lodging perspective was especially meaningful, highlighting its vital role in supporting patients and families during vulnerable moments. As one of the first Pacific Islanders to complete this program, I am honored to help pave the way for others. I leave with renewed passion, a stronger network, and a continued commitment to uplifting my team and serving our community with purpose. I'd like to thank my mentor, Athena. I'd like to thank my supervisor, Hazel Graham, for pushing me, and my family for putting up with my speeches. So in my culture, as a celebratory cheer, we like to
Thank you for your help. How big girl? Keeping up with Janet.
Congratulations, Janice. Now let's welcome up Kaylee Bay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kaylee Bay, and I currently serve as the office manager for the Alaska Dental Therapy Educational Program. I'm honored to stand here today and reflect on my journey throughout Pathways to Leadership. First, I would like to thank my mentor, Hannah, for your guidance, encouragement, and belief in me. Your leadership helped create a space where I could grow, reflect, and challenge myself. The lessons you shared and the example you set will continue to shape my growth and influence the way I lead throughout my career. Also, I'm grateful to my fellow cohort members. Learning alongside each of you has been incredibly meaningful. Thank you for your perspectives, your openness, and the camaraderie we shared. You've made this experience truly memorable. Thank you as well to my supervisor, Thomas Allen, and the entire ADTEP team for supporting me as I began my journey, my leadership journey. Your encouragement allowed me the opportunity to invest in my growth, and I'm deeply appreciative of that support. And to my family, thank you for your patience and support along this way. During the program, I've gained valuable insight into different leadership styles and the importance of listening with intention and communicating with clarity. Most importantly, I grew more confident in my own leadership strengths and was reminded that leadership is a continuous journey of growth. This experience also helped me to better understand how my values align with my goals, which is centered on leading with dependability, continuing to grow in knowledge, and empowering Alaska's present and future dental update students while making a meaningful and lasting impact on Alaska Native communities. Thank you.
Congratulations, Kaylee. We'll now welcome forward graduate Kimberly Lemieux.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Lemieux. I work on campus in the kitchen. I'm a cook 3, I am part Tlingit, Quinault, Portuguese, and part European. And to be honest, I didn't think I could do this, but I'm glad that I did it to be part of this leadership thing. And it took me a minute to think about it. And I was surprised that they extended the deadline for this. And that was my sign. I had to dig deep to figure out how to use my words to get into this program. And I'm happy that Nicole, my boss in the kitchen, told me that I should do it, and I did. I also just like to thank not just Nicole, but my mentor, Vivian. I don't think she knew me. She saw me in the kitchen so many times, and I asked out of the blue, and I'm happy that she did. She gave me like tips and tricks, but I also enjoyed the stories because it did help a lot to know that I wasn't the only one that was struggling. Also, my family, you know, they said like, go do it. And so I did. It wasn't just for me, it was also to make sure my nieces and nephews can see that they can do it too. Of course, Team Borealis. Oh my gosh. I loved every time that we were all together. Every time. And I was also glad that we had different answers for different questions, you know? It wasn't just a wrong answer. There's always different ones. And that's one of the things that I gained from this class. We gain different answers. It doesn't have to be the right one. And it's okay to fail. And one of my missions, I'm just going to group it together is, you know, it's okay to fail. It's okay. And to understand, it takes a while. It's okay to learn differently. And that was one of the things for me. I have to learn differently from others. And it's okay to ask for help. And I'm just happy that everybody's here to, you know, celebrate with all of us. And I think that's it, guys. He has your back. Mom, you want to come up? Yes, Mom.
Congratulations, Kimberly. We'll now welcome up graduate Kyle T.
Hello, my name is Kyle T. This was a journey of self-learning for me. I learned so much about myself. For example, I appreciate the thanks, but I prefer actions over words. There have been so many people that helped me on this journey. So let's keep those connections between us and allow me to show you how I'm going to utilize what I've learned in this class and add value to your life. Now that we're done, what does the future hold for us? Will I make the correct decisions? Guide those around me down the correct path? I had a discussion with a close friend of mine, and he told me this. You can never enter a new role with the complete knowledge on how to perform in that role. This certification simply demonstrates that you possess the foundational knowledge required. But true confidence comes from genuine interest and committing to continuous learning. With this advice, I plan on expanding my knowledge and experience to help guide those around me through curiosity and creativity. I would like to leave you with 3 action words that mean a lot to me: hear, feel, think. Thank you very much.
Congratulations so much, Kyle. Next, we'll welcome graduate Luke Green of Catseek. And it looks like we'll recognize Luke, say congratulations, and then welcome forward graduate Lyric Dodemain.
For waiting while I walk up here. Hi, good morning. My name is Lyric Dodemain. I'm also known as Gunashuk, which means one who always smiles or laughs. I was born and raised here in Anchorage. My family comes from Nome and Nunivak Island. I currently serve as the clinical coordinator for our tobacco cessation program at ANTHC. I am deeply grateful for the opportunities that I've been given and for the people that I have the honor of meeting in this program. This experience has been incredibly meaningful for me. My cohort is made up of very talented, intelligent, and truly inspirational individuals. Being surrounded by such strong leaders has encouraged me to grow in ways that I had not anticipated initially. I am proud of the skills that I have developed throughout this journey, especially being more conscious of my own accomplishments, learning to celebrate them, and building confidence in my leadership abilities. I feel like I have definitely become a more active member of my community now. My intention moving forward is to lead with curiosity, gratitude, and empowerment by recognizing strengths, seeking perspective, and honoring contributions of others. I aim to cultivate collaborative relationships that amplify voices, model sustainable work-life balance, and to contribute to improving the quality of care for our Indigenous community. I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude. Thank you to my mentor, Jackie, for showing me what it looks like to lead with authenticity and passion. Thank you to my partner, Jeremiah, for supporting my ambitious lifestyle and always encouraging me forward. And thank you to my mom for modeling resilience throughout our career, teaching me how to overcome challenges and continue moving ahead. I like to believe that I am a product of my ancestors' aspirations, and that in turn, I will help pave the way for the success of future generations. Kuyanakbak Taiku.
Congratulations, Lyric. Now let's welcome our graduate, Tamara Wilson.
Morning, everyone. I'm Tamara Wilson. I'm a senior service desk supervisor. Sorry, it's a new title. I am Yupik and Cherokee. My mom's from Hooper Bay. And my hometown, I call Mountain Village, the Luricon River, before I moved to Anchorage. I'd like to thank the leadership program, the cohort team, my family and friends, my director, Alan Padash, my mentor, Valerie Zadar, for pushing me to apply for the leadership program, for assisting me, for supporting me, for getting me through all of the tough issues that I've had this year with with my personal life, by getting me through the program and giving me all your laughs and inspiration, and by leading me with bravery, creativity, and the ability to have a voice, and being there for me through this journey that helped me to lead with my mission of always advocating and helping others, and being an ancestral leader for the next generations. They are the footprints of tomorrow. So what I want to do is leave you with an encouragement in everybody out there in the communities that are Native, that want to be in leadership, is I encourage you all to find your footprints and leave your legacy, as you are the leaders of tomorrow.
Congratulations, Tamara. Now we'll welcome graduate Teresa Alexic.
Ang Pagasakang. Yes, hi, and thank you for being here. I'm Teresa Alexic, Ahmagam Kayutu, or T for short. And I grew up here in the concrete village of Anchorage, but I'm part of the Kagan Tayagugan tribe of the Eastern Aleutians. This program has been uncomfortable, but we made it. We're here today to celebrate together. The discomfort was experience that created self-growth. No pain, no gain, right? To me, leadership is about creating space for others to succeed. My mission is to listen deeply, learn continuously, and support holistic wellness by serving others with compassion, respect, and intention. Again, thank you all for being here. Our relationships matter and are the foundation of the work that we do. I want to give thanks to ANTHC for the opportunity to grow and develop, my supervisor, Ingrid Stevens, for saying the hard things I needed to hear, to our facilitators, Trista Topcock and Allison Tebow, for their tremendous patience and valuable guidance. My mentor, Larita Lactonin Ward, for her support and encouragement, a force of gentle strength. And to my cohort, Team Aurora, being the safe space to practice those uncomfortable things. Thank you. Tigali. This is a way to say goodbye in the Unangam Chinu language, but it literally translates, may you be well until we meet again. Thank you. My nose and can you say the name of this guy?
Now I have your bell, T. Congratulations, Teresa. We'll now welcome forward graduate Tisha Griffin.
Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tisha Griffin. I currently work as a regional public safety technician for Copper of Native Association. I am a proud Native Village Kludika tribal member. And coming up here, I didn't think I would make it. I didn't think that I would complete this program. And when I looked at last year's speeches, it really put things into perspective for me of things that you can do in 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time. Just hold your breath. My personal mission statement as a leader is to seek to understand by listening first, showing empathy, and creating space for others to feel heard and supported. I am committed to growing while staying grounded in my values, culture, and community, and to uplifting others along the way. I would like to thank Preston Callison, Jennifer Freeman, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, my aunties, my uncles, Bree, Mariah, Autumn, and Cohort Borealis. I also want to thank my leadership and coworkers at CRNA, and most importantly, my husband, Carl, and our 3 children who have been my motivation every step of the way. Carl has always reminded me of what could be possible. And together we're always thinking about the future and how to set up our children for success. Their support has pushed me to continue to growing, striving to do better. As the first person from my tribal health organization to graduate from this program, I hope to show others what is possible as they grow into tomorrow's leaders. And honestly, who knows what I will do next. Shanann, thank you.
Congratulations, Tisha. Please join me one more time in celebrating and applauding our Pathways to Leadership graduates. Each of these people dedicated significant time, as they all shared with you, to both their personal and their professional growth. And most of all, I hope that each of you are proud of what you accomplished over the last 10 months and that you continue to learn. I'll now turn the morning over to Trista to welcome and recognize our lead participants.
Now we turn to our graduates from the LEAD program. Each participant will share their personal vision, followed by the reflections of their accomplishments, their growth over the past year, and words of appreciation for those who supported them along the way. Please join me in listening, learning, and celebrating their leadership journeys. To give those of you on Zoom a chance to turn on your camera, wave, or write in the chat box and use those reactions, we will follow the program in order. After they speak, they will receive their award, certificate, and take a photo with Natasha. So up first, I'd like to welcome April Ashkak. Hi, my name is April Atchak. I work in the medical staff office as the newly hired provider credentialing and privileging manager. I've been at ANTHC for 2.5 years. I was raised in a tiny village of Heidelberg, Alaska. I want to thank the leadership team for the opportunity and knowledge you just bestowed upon us. I want to thank my manager and director for the continued support and advice. I want to thank my mentor, Rold, for his guidance, wisdom, and inspiration. I want to also thank my cohort for the support and humor. As we all got through this class, it was a challenge, but we did it. Y'all made this experience memorable. Thank you.
Better we have to bird on our manager.
And up next is Bert and Hannah.
My goodness. I thought this would be easy. You know, I've been a manager before. And I thought, I'll join the program. I can't be that hard. Man. I really have to say thank you to my wife because she's not here today, but she supported me through the short weekends and long nights and all the way through it. And I really want to thank my mentors, Jim Bates, Cy Tualk, and my manager, Elon Aqua, for his support. And for all of my cohort members, man, thank you for your support. And you guys are awesome. Just keep growing, keep pushing yourselves, and keep learning. Don't ever give up. Thank you.
And up next, we have Chris Starling.
Thank you for coming today. Here's another unplanned speech because I don't remember them telling me I had to speak here. I was hoping to just like high school where you just walk up. But I'd like to thank David Beveridge, Mark Landon, Jared Jones for pushing me into applying for this program. Jared Jones and Jeff Walker for being my mentors this year. And then my wife for listening to me going, oh crap, I got to do this for tomorrow. That was most of my winter. So thank you.
You want to work here? You don't have to.
Congratulations.
And up next, we have John Street.
Waka
John Nalgo, Mampagis Mungo, Jolly Nunakayo, Anaka, Chikituli Street Algo, Jolly Ataka, Stephen Street Algo, Maulaka, Teresa Moses Algo, Jolly Paulaka, Teddy Moses Algo. Hello, my epic name is Janach. I'm John. I grew up in Bethel. My mom is from Tuxuk Bay, and that's where we like to call home. So we grew up Nelson Island as well. I am a civil engineer working for DHE. I really want to thank my family, with encouraging me through the late nights and the weekends, and also keeping me grounded when my head's in the clouds. So, and I also like to thank my supervisor Mia for pushing me to, do this program. My mentor, my internal mentor Jackie, my external mentor Chris. My vision statement was to strengthen my community by following the wisdom of the ones who came before me and to provide for the ones who are coming after me. I feel like this leadership program kind of showed me that leaders aren't just by themselves. Great leaders are surrounded by great people. And I just want to thank my cohort for surrounding me throughout this year. My lead cohort, my APU cohort, my project proposal team, April and Tammy. I feel like I was surrounded by a lot of great people this year, and they pushed me forward. And working with ANTHC, we're all surrounded by great people and have a great community. And I'm so grateful for everybody and all the wisdom that was shared and all the people that were able to help me out. And I'm really thankful for Trista and Allison too for, dealing with us every Thursday. Pretty wild group, so it was appreciate it. Thank you.
And up next, we will transition online to celebrate Jay Merkulief Barker.
Greetings. My name is Jay Merkulief Barker, and I'm from Sitka, Alaska. I've been at ANTHC for nearly 4 years in June. And first off, I just want to say how amazing ANTHC is for having this lead program. I was asked to do this 3 years ago by Rachel DeMars, and looking back, I wish I had done it back then when she asked me, because you learn so much about yourself, not just being an effective leader. And I also want to thank Todd LaRue, Ben Hahn, and Jen Freeman. I think Jen's in the audience. They were so supportive in my journey in lead and just making sure that I was successful. I just really want to thank you all for that. And then I just want to also say lead is an amazing program. I feel so proud to work for ANTHC because I truly feel that ANTHC empowers their employees and leads with intention. So, and thank you to Tristan and Allison. You guys were an amazing team in making sure that we all got everything done and being so supportive. And then I'll just leave with my vision statement. I envision a future where tribal data systems are unified, accurate, and community-driven, supporting strong decisions, honoring sovereignty for Alaska Native people. Thank you.
And we will stay online to hear from Lucy Koivisto.
Right, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Lucy Cuevisto. I'm Denina Athabaskan from the native village of Tyonek, and I'm a grant management lead with the Grant Services Department here at ANTHC. When I applied to the program, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect, but what I found was something far greater than any curriculum. I found the people. To my fellow lead Voyagers, watching each of you show up week after week, balancing demanding jobs and full lives, while still bringing your whole selves to this program has been inspiring. You challenged my thinking, you made me laugh, you brought me back week after week and reminded me why this work matters. I'm so proud of what we've accomplished together, and I mean it when I say I'll carry you with me long after today. To the executives, Francine Moreno, Larita Lackton and Ward, Julie Morell, and Weatherpot Devon, and my mentors, Jen Freeman and Megan Black, who opened their doors and gave me their time and honest perspective. You didn't have to show up the way you did, and it made all the difference. So thank you. And thank you to my husband, Michael, and our kids, Lake and Otto, for sharing me with this mission. Your patience and support made it all possible. And maybe we'll have less frozen pizza now. Today we graduate, but the community is counting on us. Don't stop, and neither do we. Chicken Nick for this opportunity, and congratulations, everyone.
And up next, we'll hear from Millie Voigt.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Millie, and I'm from Uniclete. My parents are Karen and now can Pete Wilbur. And I'm so thankful to be here today. I emailed Trista like the day of graduation requirements, and I was like, hey, this will happen. And she was very patient with me. Shout out to Trista. And also Allison, as well as our cohort. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for always being willing to share your knowledge. And big shout out to my internal mentor, Jackie Ingebrigtsen, my external mentors, Amy and Doug Modig, and my executive sponsor, Julianne Pico. I feel like I could thank everyone all day, so I'm going to JK, my vision statement is, and so I envision a dynamic future where I work alongside others to strengthen individual and community well-being in an intentional, respectful, and joyful way. Thank you.
And up next, we'll hear from Monica Chase.
Just making sure it's working. Good morning, good morning. It's been amazing sitting there listening to everyone speak. I almost missed my spot. Millie was done. I was like, oh, I'm next. But yes, thank you for my amazing director for helping me to realize that being my authentic self is really the way to be. I've heard that numerous times throughout our keynote speaker's address and everyone else here. So I'm very, very glad to hear that it's acceptable to be me. As if you know, you know. So with that, I would like to thank Jackie, my director, Ingebrigtsen, for encouraging me to apply, my mentors, Jackie Schaefer and Elsie Boudreau, and then my executive sponsor, Amber Iloilo. I just like saying that name. And countless others who have just been there, have provided, just as everyone in the lead group has said thus far, just our cohesiveness, the APU side, and just whenever we'd come together to terrorize Trista and with everything. When is that due again, Trista? It's on the back of the agenda. Right? No, but it's been wonderful. I've learned a lot. It really solidifies what I guess have internally kept that or just known that it is good to just always be human first and then lead with that, lead with your heart. So that's really where I'm at this moment. And Tammy's looking at me, telling me it's time. So I'm gonna I'm gonna end with that. No, but thank you so very much, everyone, for.
Like, no, I always. And so, 2008. No, it's not good nice to throw elbows.
And next we'll transition online to hear from Pam Radcliffe.
Hello, everyone. I am Yupik Eskimo from Bristol Bay. I am an elder outreach in the Elder and Youth Outreach Program, which is within the Wellness and Prevention Department. What a year it has been. My lead experience has been full of ups and downs, moments of challenge, and moments of growth. But through it all, we made it here together. I am incredibly grateful for my cohort lead voyagers and our certified manager brewing up success. You have become more than a cohort. You became a source of strength, encouragement, and inspiration. And I would not have made it through this journey without you, AKA Lucy, keeping us on target. I would like to take a moment to thank those who supported me along the way. To my supervisor, Russell Snyder, thank you for encouraging me to take this step and for your continued support. To Ingrid Stevens, thank you for your encouragement and belief in me. To the leadership program staff, thank you for walking alongside us this past year. To my internal mentor, Valerie Zeter, and external mentor, Martha Ballot, I am so grateful for all your encouragement and support this past program year. Our project proposal team, executive sponsor David Beveridge, other support with our project proposal, Cy2 Elk, Gov Afghan, Olive Dehe, and Cody McIntyre of ANTHC. This experience has helped to shape not only how I work, but who I am becoming as a leader. My personal vision is this: I am guided by compassion, dignity, and authentic connection, grounding my lifelong commitment to kindness and respect and meaningful, lasting impact on individuals, families, and communities. By showing up with care, empathy, and steadiness, I foster trust, strengthen relationships, and contribute to a culture where every person feels valued and supported over time. As I move forward, I carry these lessons with me into my work, my community, and my everyday life. To those considering this program in the future, I encourage you, take that step. It may not always be easy, but it is worth it. To my fellow graduates, congratulations, we did it. Quiana.
And up next, we'll hear from Rochelle Hull.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Rochelle. A lot of you probably know me as Pebbles. I go by both. I'm the regional liaison for the Ketchikan region. I've been with ANTHC for just over 5 years now. I would like to thank my cohort, of course, all of you who are always there to support me, to my project proposal team, my SPOC team, Pam and Bert, thank you so much. I would also like to thank my family and to the leadership program team, Trista, and I just want to say thank you. This was very difficult. Many times I wanted to give up. I had a lot of personal issues during this time, and my group encouraged me to stay. And I just wanted to say thank you. And this is for my dad, who I lost in December. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And the last participant from LEAD is Tammy Filimonov.
So you can tell our group's pretty rowdy. I see a lot of people up here without any notes, and that's not me. My own name if put on the spot. So hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Tammy Filimonov. I am the staffing and scheduling manager for inpatient nursing. I've been with the organization for today marks 25 years. I messaged my first boss this morning to thank him for not firing me for a number of reasons. The first few years that I worked here, he chose to teach and support instead. Through this leadership program, I was able to catch a glimpse of just a little bit of what I must have put him through. I learned in this program what I want to be more as a manager for my team and my division, and it's been a really great experience, especially with these crazy people over here. I just want to say a few thank yous to my cohort first. Thank you for all of the laughs, the encouragement, and the support. To Lucy for keeping me on track. Without you, I wouldn't be here. To John and April for gutting out the project with me. That was tough. My mentor, James LaFors, thank you so much for all the great conversations. You're an amazing example of someone who just never stops learning and growing. To May Main, thank you so much for your guidance and your support through what must have seemed like chaos. We pulled it together. To my boss, Eric Marino, thank you for making the time and allowing this to be a positive experience for me while balancing the demands of my job. And thank you to the leadership development team for the hard work that goes into making these programs possible. And finally, thank you to ANTHC for this opportunity.
Oh.
Let's give a big round of applause to our LEAD graduate. Your vision, determination, and commitment to growth have shined through in every word today. Thank you for sharing your stories, your accomplishments, and your gratitude. We're proud of the impact you've already made and the leadership you'll continue to bring to our organizations and our communities. And now we welcome our graduates from ANELP. This program is designed to strengthen executive level leadership grounded in culture, strategy, and service. Each graduate will now share their leadership philosophy statement, what they've learned this year, and their appreciation for those who have supported their journey. Just like the other two programs, we'll follow the graduation program, so you can turn your camera on to wave, use your reactions, and comment in the chat. So first off, we will congratulate Arlen Ajoyak because he's not here today. So go ahead and we'll welcome up Garrett Spargo.
Ang Garrett Spargo Saktakuk. Hagen Tayakungan Akuk. Sitichtam Ilagan Angictakuk. Hello, my name is Garrett Spargo. I'm from the people out east, out in the Aleutians, which is actually to our west, but we are the eastern end of the Aleutians. I'm from the island of Popov, and I am here as the Director of Enterprise Architecture and about to be a graduate of the ANELP program. Looking around, I see, obviously, my wonderful cohort, Jules, Alyssa, Arlen, who can't be here, but has generously offered to give me his extra minute or two of time. And the cohort is such an important function in these programs. For all of you, I've heard you say over and over again how valuable it is. These are relationships that we carry forward that will help us through our professional lives, that will help us personally. And so just want to celebrate all of the cohort members here. I see mentors. Many of you have mentored me informally over the years. I've been here for a few, 26 years in, and I cannot thank you all enough for the coaching that you provided. This year, I've also had the good fortune of Dwayne really carving out some significant time to help me as I look at my future as a leader. And the intentionality and the help that he gave me was immeasurably valuable this year. Looking also at the peers, people that I've worked with, as I mentioned, for a very long time. But I also see just more broadly a investment that ANTHC has made over a long time in the growth of Alaska Native leaders. Really from the very beginning, the board recognized this is something that we have to be very deliberate about. In 2000, there was a program. It was the first internship opportunity that ANTHC realized we have to get them young and get them into the system and get them to understand what it is that we're doing here. I had the good fortune of being a part of that cohort early on. And early in those days, as a gangly 16-year-old wearing an ill-fitting suit in the mailroom, I understood my connection to the value and the vision of what we're doing here. And I think that is such an important thing for us to do as leaders, is to help set that vision and connect our teams to it. And ANTHC has always done that so incredibly well. I look at this commitment in 2000. I was in lead in 2008, and now I'm wrapping up ANELP here in 2026. And I see the value of vision, the value of knowing who I am. I've heard all of you say that you really learned who you are through these programs, and that still continues today. And so thank you for this program. I see the value of the cohort. I see the value of mentorship. And I heard Rold call it out and others as well. This is not, mentorship isn't just something that we received this one time. If you've received it, you need to give it back. So all of us, mentor the people around us. We have to lift up those who are with us. And so thank you to my mentors, and thank you for my mentee for all that he shared with me as I went on this journey. I just want to call it again, like this is a program, a series of programs that reflects the value of investing in our people. ANTHC, thank you so much for all of the work that you've done in investing in me. 26 years has been a very long time. I've grown a lot through the program here. I see ANTHC tirelessly investing in strengthening tribal health. Whether we're here, whether we're from tribal health partners around the state, this is a celebration of the system that we're a part of, and of Alaska Native leadership and determination as we all work together to make Alaska Natives the healthiest people in the world. Thank you very much.
And next we'll hear from Jules Stefan.
Thank you for allowing me to speak here today. My name is Jules Stefan. I'm Denina Athabaskan. My family is from Tyonek, so we have quite a few Tabona people here. So congratulations to Lucy also. And I just ditto everything what Garrett said. The cohort has really been the most amazing part of this experience. I've had the opportunity to make some really great friendships and relationships that I will help carry and support me through my leadership journey. I really would like to thank my partner, Will, for taking over household duties more often because I was frantically writing papers or reading many, many chapters of things. And I appreciate him and the work he did supporting me and all of the words of encouragement. I also wanted to thank my mentor, Monique. She gave some really valuable insight into ANTHC leadership, and it was really fun to be able to spend some time and meet with her. And I'd also very much like to thank Ingrid Stevens, my supervisor. Ingrid has been an amazing supervisor. She's been an amazing individual who has really could see when it was getting tough, and those late night texts that she would say, "You got it, you can do it. We'll make sure that you get coffee. Take care of yourself." It really helped get me through. So to my cohort, Melissa, Garrett, and Arlen, thank you guys so much for allowing me to be in this with you. And to ANTHC and April, thank you for allowing me to be a part of the program.
And our final participant we'll hear from today is Melissa Castaneda.
Unak Shalotak, Uvinga Ataga Kelorak. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melissa Castaneda. I was born and raised in Kotzebue, Alaska. I am so happy to be here and to share this accomplishment with so many of you in the room and virtually. Whew, we did it. So I will make this brief, although as an Inupiaq, I do love to share all details when I'm sharing a story, so it's hard to compress. I do my best. As I reflect while I serve here at ANTHC, I have seen the growth and I have seen so much change for the best, for our peoples, for their health and wellness. I apologize. I'm just like, oh, I'm after time. So bear with me. I apologize. So with this Alaska Native Executive Leadership Program accomplishment, I could not have done it without my mentors. I could not have done the growth and inner growth and really becoming comfortable with the inner strength that we all have. And it has just been an amazing reflection this last 9 months and really just going, I am okay with sharing my vulnerabilities. I think that is the biggest challenge throughout our lifespan. And, you know, we are getting there together with going, it is okay. We are human. To be human, to become a human, that is the greatest gift we can have. Right now I have water. Dr. Grandma Rita Blumenstein, she served here when I was working within community health services. And so I keep her and her word next to me whenever I have water, because that is the first medicine. I want to thank everyone for being here and sharing your time. As an Inupiaq and as an Indigenous person, we recognize time is a gift, and it is the most important gift that we are given. I want everyone to stand up, get water after this, and Kuyan Akbak. Oh, I wanted to share a big thank you to my husband and my daughter. And in the back, I have my dad and then my sister celebrating this with me, as well as so many mentors that I have had. My cohort and our pathways and our leadership program lead. I learned quite a lot from my folks and sharing so much perspective during those presentations. So thank you for hosting the ANELP cohort to present and share what our knowledge, and really in return gaining so much more when we had those discussions throughout these last couple months. I know it's okay. Yes. It is time. Thank you all, and thank you again. Koyana.
Just wanted to say congratulations again to all the graduates. It's so refreshing to be in a room amongst my peers, in a room full of Native leaders. Leadership is awkward. It is uncomfortable. It's vulnerable. It's also funny and inspiring. And I'm so thankful for Rold for showing up, coming home and sharing his words. He promised me to provide the speech because it's exactly what I needed to hear, but also thank you for sitting through all the speeches. I know it went long, but it's what we needed to hear from each other as Native people and remind ourselves we're not trying to mirror Western revenue generating health systems. We're trying to create an Indigenous health system that doesn't extract from our individual citizens, but builds and creates. And it's hard to do because we're within this framework of revenue. And we have to create that system together. And I'm so grateful that I have you here within the tribal health system to do just that. So congratulations and thank you.
Y'all, I know you want to get going. I'll get you out of here sooner. Thank you, Natasha. Again, thank you, Rold, again, for your powerful words and the many different ways that you show up as leaders for everybody here at ANTHC and across our state. One last time, could we please join in a warm round of applause for all of our graduates? Each of you brought forth insight and strength and commitment to leadership, and each of you truly are an inspiration to all of us. We're grateful for the wisdom that you brought to all of your cohorts and for the leadership that you continue to carry forward. Before we wrap up, I did want to make sure to say thank you again to everyone who's helped make this celebration possible. to all of our speakers, to all of our supporters within ANTHC and within the greater community, all the people behind the scenes, to our communities, to our ancestors for being in the room with us today. Thank you to our families, to our colleagues, and the leaders of each of our graduates. Your support and championing of each of these leaders makes you an impactful asset and facet within their journey as well. To each of our graduates, while I've only had the opportunity to get to know each of you since February, I have been fortunate to witness your growth in many different ways. Whether it was your understanding of organizational logistics, of being a leader, of your confidence in your personal or professional advocacy, or even the simple and challenging ability to trust who you are. Each of you has come so far. Last week, some of you had the opportunity to hear from an Indigenous leader that oftentimes the world around us is changing at such an urgency that can feel really overwhelming and often. But the one part of the world that does not change is our Indigenous values, that they guide us, that they root us, and they help solidify who we can be moving forward. So as you leave here today, I hope that you do carry that forward. Share what you've learned, mentor others, keep growing, because you are not just a leader, you are also our future. And if today sparked something for anyone in the room today, leadership program applications are open through May 24th. We would love for you to join and apply for the programs. So don't wait to start your leadership journey. We'd love to have as many folks join us in this fall as possible. As we close today, we also want to make sure that we recognize all the people who are here today. Importantly, none of us grow in isolation. So we hope that as you leave, we do have flowers for each of you to share with up to 3 people who helped you get here today, whether it's a loved one, a friend, a family member, a mentor, a supervisor. Please do go grab your flowers before you leave. Enjoy the photo booth that we have for you as well. Thank you all so much for all of your hard work. Also, we do have a banana split station outside for you to enjoy. So congratulations, everybody. Let's make like a banana and split.